And
Right.
I still use it, Amy. I use it all the time. And if I find myself out there struggling with something, my thought will be, okay, I need to get in there and find out what's going on, what's stopping me from moving forward. And boy, that's empowering, isn't it?
Oh, it absolutely is. I used it today. I had a headache. Got rid of
Uh-huh.
my headache. Went away.
Mm-hmm.
When I figured out it was just something, some emotional belief I had going on. So I'm
I
feeling a
know.
lot better now. Yeah. It's
I
pretty
know, and
cool.
you know, it's interesting because a lot of people think it's a little wacky. You know, it's like, oh my,
Yes.
what is she talking about? But once they try it and experience it whole, they become believers big time. No more questions.
Exactly.
They don't they don't question it anymore. They just say, okay, let's do it. Let's do it again. Good
That's
stuff.
right. I tell people the more that I explain to you what it is, the more confused you're going to be. You have to be.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Well, they
Yeah.
think we're a little strange when we try to explain it. So
Yeah.
it's better to just experience it. That's the best.
It is. I'm
Yeah.
going to, well, great. I'm going to shift gears one more time. Lee,
Sure.
here's a controversial question for you.
Okay.
Who makes the best salespeople, men or women?
Oh, brother, I have to stop and think about my audience before I answer that question. And I
Probably
know
going to
this
have
is,
both men and women.
I know I'm in trouble right off the bat. You know, it's not a gender issue at all. I hate to disappoint you with that comment, but it is strictly an attitude issue, always. So to me, who makes the best is the person with the best attitude and consistent attitude. Now, with that said, I have to also say that what I experienced over the years in working with large female sales organizations, I definitely experienced women who had a need, particularly a financial need, to support themselves and their children, perhaps single mothers and so on, could make absolutely incredible salespeople. They were very driven. They were very organized. They were in need. They were in need of financial support, and this was their opportunity, you know, to really rescue themselves and really get out there and do something and feel important and make good things happen. So I always said that, boy, show me some women who are really in need of some good financial support and willing to work for it and get out there, and I'll work with them and help them develop their skills because I know that they'll be dynamite.
And that goes back to what you said early on, which is in sales, there's no ceiling, there's no limit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
when you give a woman that power,
yeah,
and she's ready for it, that's
mm-hmm.
very, very empowering.
Oh, it is. Look out, guys. Here we come. Look out. We can be dangerous.
Absolutely.
Well,
Lee,
you know, it's funny because
go ahead.
I have a lot of companies ask me that question. Well, what do you think? Who do you think makes the best salespeople, men or women? And of course, it's usually a man asking me that question, which is always very interesting. So I normally answer it with just my attitude does it. That's safe too.
Absolutely, and it's true.
Yeah. Yeah. Very, very true. Mm-hmm.
So, Lee, what's new in sales these days?
Oh my gosh, I'll tell you what's new in sales, and it's huge, and that's technology. Holy moly, if you're not up on it, you know, you're not staying up on your technology and all of the networking, the social media that you need to do, then you are really going to be behind the eight ball big time. We know it's not going away, that's for darn sure, and it's just getting expanding more and more all the time, and the opportunities there are absolutely incredible as to the areas that we can reach, the people that we can reach, the numbers, the volume. It's so empowering to think about that. But on the other hand, we need to really be on top of our time management, because the other side of the coin with that is just that it can totally steal our time. rob us of any time management skills if we had any to start with, because usually salespeople, that's a big challenge for them, is to have good time management. To get online and get caught up in all of the social part of being online, as well as the business development part, can be very time-consuming. And I'm sure you can relate to that.
I can.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the trend I see happening is with all of the social networking, I think it's getting so overwhelming for people that I believe there's going to be some more insulated networks where you can really tap into what your interests are, what your business is. And I do see those things forming out there now, but it's true. It is a time suck, we call it.
It really is. Yeah. I am working on now, which is great fun, a program with the guru for internet and all the social media, and we are going to double team training and do open workshops where I'll do the face-to-face side of sales skill building, and he'll take the same topic and do the electronic side, you know, the internet side and so on. Yeah, so if, in other words, if I'm talking about networking, follow-up or networking, then I'll be talking about the personal face-to-face and going to the meetings and so on, and he'll be talking about how do you do it online. So online versus face-to-face. So making sure that we've got all of our skill bases covered, not just one or the other.
Great.
Doesn't that sound good?
It sounds really fun, actually.
Yeah.
Well, I'll ask you in a little bit about how people can reach you and find out more about you and your seminars, and
sure.
I know you're a co-author of a book, but first, the last question for you is if you could just give one piece of advice to salespeople out there, what would that piece of advice be?
Well, let's see. That's a hard one, just one piece. I guess the biggest thing is belief. To have a belief in yourself, to have a belief in your product, to have a belief in your company, and be passionate. Be passionate about that belief and be passionate about what you're doing. And if you have that, that is going to be very empowering, and it will help to keep you on track and keep you motivated most of the time. And you notice I say most of the time,
right.
Because it's just an ongoing process all the time to stay on top of it. So, I think that would have to be it, Amy, because, you know, I can't imagine having to sell something with passion that you didn't believe in. That would be terrible. You know, or a company that you didn't really want to be a part of or work with. And I tell people, if you feel that way, if you can't really believe, you're in the wrong place. You need to get another company, another product, something else to do. Because first of all, life's too short. None of us should do something we really aren't excited about and passionate about.
Great. Now, Lee, could you share with us how we can get more information about you and your company and the book you co-authored and your seminars coming up?
Sure, you bet. Boy, a good question, huh, Amy?
Yeah.
So glad you asked. Well, it's pretty simple. I think the best place is directly to my website. All the information is on there, and the website is www.leeknapp.com, and that is spelled LEEKNAPP.com. I will also give my phone number, too, if anybody wanted to call. I always welcome that, especially since the phone hardly rings these days for anybody. The number is 239-481-8557. 239-481-8557. I would be happy to talk to anybody at any time about any work that we do, workshops. As I mentioned, we will be doing some open workshops when we get this new one developed. Normally I go internally to companies and help them first define their need of what's going on and what sorts of skills do they want to further develop with their people. Then we develop a plan around it and present it.
Well, excellent. Lee, I want to thank you so much for joining me today.
Well, you're welcome, Amy. It's been my pleasure. I was really looking forward to it. I love to talk about sales. I love sales, and so it's always an easy topic for me to talk about. So I thank you for the opportunity.
Absolutely. Have a great day.